Hi, online apologetic students. We are at week 6 in the course, and I wanted to go over your reading briefly and then your assignment for this week. I hope things are going well for you. We're almost at the end, so you'll want to catch up on any back work that you have. And also due at the end of week 6 by Friday midnight, same time that your post will be due, I need to receive from you your proposal for your final research paper for the course. And I sent an email about that. If you haven't seen that yet, you'll want to read it right away. It has all of the, at least in the email, it has the basics, and then it tells you where to go to download a document in Populi to get the full description of your proposal. And you'll want to do that for the week. This week you're going to be reading in Phillips and Oakholm the last 2 chapters of the book, chapter 10 and 11. And chapter 10 is Hollinger's chapter on the church as an apologetic. Rather than something the church is saying, the church itself as an apologetic. And then you will read Webster's chapter on the need to evangelize the church before we can properly evangelize the world. And I think you're really going to enjoy both of those. I enjoy them so much, I want to read them again and again, but don't have the time for that right now. Webster's chapter, chapter 11, is very forceful in its argument, very direct, maybe that's a better word. No questions about what he is saying, and I think you'll find both of these as real enjoyable reading. You probably won't have to look up things very often, look up so many names or schools of philosophy or anything like that like you have in some of the other chapters. And then in your Swice and Meister book, you're going to be reading chapters 53 and 54. Chapter 53 is from Francis Schaeffer. It's notes from a sermon that he gave. Looks like it's his full sermon notes, full text, in 1982 at Coral Ridge in Florida, the Presbyterian Church there. Francis Schaeffer is a great example of an evangelical apologist who looks at what humanism has done to Western society and what it's doing to America. And it's amazing to think that his comments were over 30 years ago and how true so much of what he said has come to be in our day today. Francis Schaeffer, his big message is on replacing God as the ultimate source of things with chance, that we are nothing but the outcome of energy and forces of time and evolution. And he really talks about the consequences of that and how that has led to societal collapse in America because everything is relative. And then we have a chapter on pretty much the same theme, but in a different perspective from the Catholic Church on how the particulars of Christianity, especially beliefs in Christ, why they're so important and how they are different from popular spirituality today and its influence from the Eastern religions and mysticism. It's by Joseph Ratzinger, and I think you're going to enjoy that chapter. I'm glad that you're reading in that book, in this case for this week, both an evangelical and a Catholic perspective, and I think that you will find both of them to have a lot of good things to say. Your post this week is going to be on Hollinger's chapter 10 in your Phillips and Oakholm book. I want you to do a careful, immersive reading, as I have been saying recently, of that chapter. And when you have finished that, in your post, I want you to write a short essay in at least 3 paragraphs on these things. Paragraph 1, what is Hollinger saying? What is his main argument? Summarize his argument or arguments and themes, especially as they come to us from pages 186 to 188. Paragraph 1, what is he saying? What are the main points, main theme? Paragraph 2, why does he feel it is so important? What is his motivation? What is behind what he is saying? And why he's arguing for what he's arguing for. And then paragraph 3, what is your response? I would like to read your reflection on how you reacted to it, maybe even at first reading or once you gave it time, and process it some. What is your response? How do you feel about it? Your closing paragraph will be your own reflection on Hollinger's work in chapter 10. You'll want to add your post to week 6 online discussion in Populi, as it always is, under the discussions tab. And your post is due Friday, June 12th at midnight, same time that your research paper proposal is due. So you want to turn both of those in by the end of the week. I'm looking forward to your reading, reading your material this week and interacting with you online. As always, you can email me questions if you need to, and I'll get back to those as quickly as I can. God bless you.